This is a different kind of carbon capture experiment. It's taking place in an abandoned mine in Switzerland, near populated areas. Most carbon capture is done in uninhabited areas and deep undersea. But these scientists are testing to see if a saltwater carbon mixture they are pumping into a clay and rock fault line will stay put.
If this rock has a fault in it, is it possible that CO2 comes up through the fault? This is what we wanted to answer.
If the test is successful, it could make it cheaper for countries to dispose of their excess carbon by storing it underground in their own backyard.
CO2 underground storage already exists, but in almost uninhabited areas, such as offshore areas, deep down in the sea or in desert areas. What is new here is that if one day we want to stock CO2 in Switzerland, which is a densely populated region, we need to make sure that the CO2 will not migrate into the surface and contaminate, for instance, drinking water sources. This is really one of the major stakes here.
Environmental activists like Matthias Schlegel with Greenpeace are generally supportive, but say the world must not only engineer its way out of the problem, but also keep working to reduce emissions.
What worries us is not only that these technologies are being developed, but to see that in the meantime the necessary efforts needed to limit greenhouse gas emissions are not being made, and that should be done in parallel. We should massively reduce these emissions. Given the fact that we will have to resort to these technologies according to the GIEC, there is a need to develop them, but the effort should be placed on reducing greenhouse gas emissions.
Computer models predict the Earth's average temperature could rise between 1.8 and 4 degrees Celsius over the next century, with devastating impacts. Kevin Enochs, VOA News.